Alright, morning peeps. It's Saturday. Um, I don't like getting up early on Saturday. So it's not early. So anyway, I got a bunch of things I want to do today, and I'm not gonna do half of them. But one of the things I gotta do is I gotta start working on this grass. This is not a project I really want to do, but grass is not gonna wait for me to catch up to it. What I want to do is build a brooder and get that done. But this grass is not gonna wait. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the brand new lawnmower through its paces this morning, see how far the batteries are actually going to go, and I'm going to mow as much of this grass as I possibly can, so that, especially right here near the house, I'm not wading through the grass. I'm finding my extension cords, my water hoses, my air hoses, all that stuff. So, hopefully I don't run over none of that stuff with the lawnmower, but we'll go find out today. Like I said, I'm not going to try to mow the entire yard that I want to mow, but I do want to hit it and see how far I can go with these two batteries, because that is the purpose of what I spent that money on, is a lawnmower, try to keep up with this yard. The weed eater, I know how well it works, and I'm really proud of the way it works. The only thing I've seen so far with the weed eater is the battery is the heaviest part. It's not quite as heavy as a car battery, but it's almost as heavy as a compact battery. It's heavy, but it's also the small one. The batteries I do want for the lawnmower and the weed eater, well, they're going to be a little bit heavier, but that's what I want, and I'm not there, and I don't know when I'll get there. But anyway, today, after I give them some hay and some water and make sure the pig has water, right after that, and I need to hit this with this stuff with lawnmower. The missus wants me to use the mulching part of it. I know she does, but for this purpose, I'm not going to use the mulching part. I'm just going to use the side discharge. And if we ever get caught up at the yard where we actually can mow it civilized, then I'll use the mulching bag catching part of it, because right now it's just too deep. And I know it's already going to be a strain on the mower anyway. So I'm just going to use side discharge. And I'm going to see how far the batteries will go. There's a lot of grass out here I want to mow. But one of the things I do want to do is I'm tired of wading through the weeds. And season's just now starting, and I'm already wading through weeds. So let's work on this. So I'm really tempted to do a couple time-lapse videos, but that takes up a lot of memory space. And the phone I was using for a camera, well, it wants a battery, and I'm not putting a battery in it. So I don't have a camera phone now. All I have is a cell phone with a camera on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these two batteries into the lawnmower and put these two pieces on here so that I can side discharge. This is a pretty easy setup. And like I said, I can't do a time lapse. I just can't afford it. My phone just won't let me do it. If I could get rid of the 5 or 6 megabytes of Google garbage, then I could probably have space for videos. But the bean counters at Google have decided they're more important than I am, so that's what they're going to do. It's a common curse that every Android phone holder has, probably every iPhone holder too, to be honest. So anyway, it's just the way they are. They're more important than the consumer, as long as they get the money from the consumer, that's all that matters. So anyway, I'm going to put these pieces on here and I'm going to mow some grass. I want to mow this in here down to the driveway area, and I want to mow to the gate area over here. I need to work right here with a table saw for the brooder. So I need to mow here. I'm going to try to mow over in front of the water heater spigot down toward Almond Joy and his pen. I don't know how much I'll get done. It's going to be hit and miss, and it's kind of patchy, and I don't care. I'm not trying to get a better homes and garden thing going on. I'm just trying to get some grass mowed. All right, like I said, at this moment, it's weeds. It's growing faster than I can do it. So here we are. We do the best we can with what we got. All right. See it on the next clip. Well, the batteries died. I got for the gate. Almost. I mean, literally almost. The entire patch on this little side yard down to the front side right here. Over here beside the car. In front of the garage, carport. Now, the disadvantage of being all on the same system, with my weed eater, I can't operate it now. So all the weed eating I might need to do, or might want to do, I can't do because the batteries are now dead. That's the disadvantage of having everything on the same system. But these batteries are doing it. Now, I will say this. This is a quick discharge. So these batteries do get warm. One thing I like about this battery system is they have a spring underneath them. So when you press on this, they just pop. The weed eater don't have that. Neither does a charger. And you have to really work that thing out to get it out. But yeah, I'm going to blow my nose and get me a drink of water and start the charging process. Now, another thing about this charger is when these batteries are warm, like they are right here, I'm pretty sure they're warm. Yeah, they're warm. They're not hot, but they're warm. So what do now is the quick charge that I bought. It's only going to charge one at a time. So when I put them on there, the first thing it's going to do is check the temperature, and then it's going to let them cool down or cool them down or whatever it does. I don't know what it does. And then it'll start charging them. Then it takes about an hour and a half or 2 hours for them to charge. So if it takes 2 hours, that's 4 hours. So that's most of the day on two batteries for charging. That's 4 hours. That's half your day if you got an 8-hour day. So that's something to think about if you want to go with this system. Is invest in the batteries. They darn things ain't cheap though. I wanted the bigger ones. They're $250 a piece, and those are the ones I wanted, and I couldn't afford them. So anyway, here we are with these. And these working. These did what I need them to do. So now I'll take me a little break and go back to the brooder. Peace. All right, so here, here I am on the brooder project, and today what I want to get done is at least the walls and the boxes for the brooders. Now we want to, when we do this, we want a door here so that when we clean it out, we just rake it out into a bucket or whatever. And then we want a door over here. We want a door over here that goes into the chicken coop. And that'll just be a little slide up door. So what I gotta do now is, like I said, I need to work on this box. But this leg right here, as far as I'm concerned, that leg is extra. So what I need to do is take these screws and put them over here into this 2x4, so that when I put the sidewall up, I'm not wasting them, basically wasting a 2x4 for a leg. If I take them 2 screws out, put 2 screws here, take those 2 screws out, then they'll be screwed to that, be screwed to the leg, but then I can take the leg out when I get the leg over here that I want. Yeah. Trying to keep the bottom as flat as possible without little notches on the side. But I had to mow some grass so I could have a place to sit the table saw, so I could do some ripping, because I need to make a top, and I need to make a little door here, and so I got things I need to do to this thing. So let's try to get some boxes built. Alright, so this panel, it's going to go up here for a wall. Instead of standing it up the 8-foot way, I'm going to stand it up the 4-foot way, because the next panel that goes up ain't going to be a full 8 foot. It's going to be a triangle or trapezoid or whatever you want to call it. But I'm not going to have a seal plate. I think that's what it's called. I'm not going to have a seal plate for the 2x4s in the walls because I am building a brooder. I'm not building a mansion or anything like that. But this board right here, I'm going to bring the wall down to this. I'm going to attach it to that. I notched it down there so it would go over to the top of that piece of 2x4 down there, 2x6 down there. And then I got me a screw right here. So if you're building something like this and you're trying to figure out a way how you're going to make your lumber work when you know you ain't got enough, well, I'm trying to show you a trick. Alright, more progress is being made. But this right here, this 2x6, it's going to cover over to this over here, this part of it, like I want to, but it's too low. I did my math wrong, so now I got to add a board up there, that deep. So I got to take this board, put it above that mark, and I'm thinking I can hold this board up there with a screw. That's what I'm thinking. Then I can put my board, my 2x4s that I want, the height adjusters. I can put them in there and get myself more height. And that board will be officially in ladder space in just a minute. But it made me a little cradle to sit it in. So if you're working solo, that's a good idea. Make you a little cradle. They don't have to be perfect. Those blocks will come on off. But building brooder boxes, got most of the base done on this one. Got to get this base done. And another clever little trick is I shot a screw from this side through. That way when I come to this side, where the screw's pointing out, it'll give me a line of reference so I can hit the 2x4. Then come back in and take it out. That's what that was. And I take them screws out like that. So this is going to be the start of the other box. And then we're going to have a spot in here where we can work in here. And then I need to make a door so that she can reach in, or we can reach in and do what we need to do inside the coop in emergency. Alright, so I really can't see where I'm holding the camera, so you're probably just not getting a whole good shot. But I framed in one of the doors. It's a foot square, and I'll have it where you can lift it up and down like this. Like a slider. I'll build it like a slider. Alright, I got stuff to do. Folks, we got these two right here. These two are going to be the roof that's over this part of it. And I was thinking about going and extending that one, but just for the sake of keeping things simple, I'm not going to do that. We're going to just put 2x4 up there. That's the chicken coop area, so I'm not as worried about that as I am this. This is the heavy stuff. And you see a block up there between those two? That looks like it's weird, doesn't it? Looks like it would bow out. It'd be all kind of weird. No, I can't really see it. I can't show it to you. I'm supposed to show it to you. It's not really bowed out that much. I don't know what the deal is. I got bubble on both of them uprights. But that 2x4 going across the top is relatively straight. I don't understand that. But anyway, this is going to be the roof line. We got 6 foot here. Right at 6 foot. I didn't measure right, so it's 6 foot, but I ain't got enough space to put a header for a door. So I won't put, when I put the 2x4 over here, 2x4 over here, and that'll be my doorway. And then, of course, I'm going to have to cut those off once I get the 2x4 up there. And I'm going to have to toe nail some screws to hold these 2x to the wall. But these are going to be
not the purlines. These going to be the rafters. Purlines go the other way. So these going to be the rafters. And, I'm making progress. What can I say? Yep, it's coming right along. Alright, peace. Well, another day. I did a bunch of work on this brooder. It's starting to actually look like a structure. Got to get a door built. Got to finish out the wall up. Got to finish the brooder boxes themselves up. I run out of tube force basically, so now I have to start ripping down material to make tube force. And well, we got a trampoline we want to go get because we want to add to our hoop house in the garden. And I'm not sure, but I think we got some filing cabinets we want to get too. So, done with this for a while. Peace.